Hi, I'm Scott Francis, books editor here at Popular Woodworking. I have a project I'm working on. This is actually my first furniture build. So I've glued up my pieces and mostly the glue up went okay. I have a few places where the boards are now, the glued up piece is actually got a little bit of wobble in it and there's some unevenness in the glue up. So to fix that, I wanted to get a few opinions. There's a few things I could do. I could either sand to try to get one side flat, or I could use a hand plane to flatten it. And another way is to try to use a flat surface to run this through the planer, since my piece is too wide to fit through a traditional joiner. So I'm gonna try that with the smaller piece that I have. I have a larger piece here that I'm probably gonna end up hand planing. But for this, I wanted to give this a try since I've got a few pieces to run and try to get flattened. Okay, so my piece here is 16 inches, I believe. And luckily I have a 20-inch planer. If you have a 12-inch planer, then obviously you would be out of luck for that and you would end up needing to hand plane. Or if you have no planer at all, then hand planing is a good option, or sanding. And that's what you'll need to do to get it flat. Before I run this through, I'm gonna try and get some of this glue off of here. I'm gonna use a card scraper to just take off the high spots. And from here, you can kind of also see just a little bit of the unevenness that I was talking about, and that's what I'm trying to take off with the planer. Okay, so to get this ready to run through the planer, I've put some double-sided tape on opposing corners of the piece. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over. And that'll keep it from sliding. Now I'm going to check and see if there's still any wobble. Look for any spots where I can wedge this. The tape itself may balance some of this out, but I notice a little gap here, so I'm going to leave this wedge right in there to tighten things up. Okay, this gives me a flat surface to run through the planer and skim off just with a light pass on the top of the piece. Okay, here we are at the planer. I've gone ahead and snapped off this wedge just to get it out of the way. I want to make sure when I run my piece through that I'm going with the grain. So I'm looking at the cathedrals here. I'm going to actually turn this around to send it through. As with hand planes, you want to make sure that everything's going with the grain when it goes through the planer. Okay, I'm going to set this for a light pass. The first time through, it may not even cut the board, but I want as light a pass as possible. And then I'll just adjust it a half a turn each time through until we get it flat. Okay, so that looks pretty flat. From here, I need to just take this off of my flat surface, flip it over, and then I can run it through the planer as normal. From there, I'll have two parallel surfaces, and I'll need to do the rest for the rest of my stock, and then I can go ahead and move on with the rest of my build.